What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. As I promised, once I figured out what to do for this LR Gohan event, I was going to make a video, and here it is. So, unfortunately, there's really only two ways I think about going about doing this. One is either you bring the most buff team you have. Hopefully they have a lot of good key links, and just spam as many supers as possible. The first two forms are very easy. Uh, the STR Gohan, and then you fight the orange Gohan. Both of those can be wiped out pretty quickly. They only have one life bar. It's the last one, the INT version, that's really hard. Another thing you need are people to block. So if you're not using the Buus, you could probably use Golden Freeza or Janemba, those types. Or have a leader type that has int attack down. That would help also. But I'm not going that route. The route that I go is I am lucky enough to actually have a bunch of Majin Buus, and their passive together helps either buff their defense or bring his attack down. It's one or the other, but long story short, they basically are the MVPs of this fight. So, one thing I found out that you can do, like I know a lot of people were complaining that the attack down really screws them up, but wow. I also found out nuking is really hard, because if you bring in all orange squad, you're gonna have a lot of problems with just the first round. So I gave up on the idea of nuking him. Instead, I actually do end up bringing Gogeta, just because even if he doesn't hit as hard, it's still damage when he gets a super. And the +3 key is just way too good. I don't know if I'm going to keep Bardock. Bardock is really good in this fight, just because of his passives. Let me see here real quick. Because I might replace him with another Buu. Like, having as many Majin Buus as possible is really nice. See, his super can seal death blows, but honestly, I'm not that worried about death blows. I just like that he gives +2. But I think for the sake of this fight, we're going to switch him out. I want to test it out, because he has been working for me pretty well, but I do want to try this out. So we're going with all Buus and Golden Freeza. I put the AGL Kid Buu as my lead because of the 70% HP buff. It's actually really helpful. Let's see if RNG is kind to me on these. That's actually pretty good. I was hoping that would be more key. So the only person that benefited was Gogeta, but that's actually not a bad thing. The reason I have Gogeta on here is to breeze through the first two rounds, because he can practically one-shot both of them. Okay, so switch up that right there. And Golden Freeze is actually really good for blocking when his passive is active. So let's do this. Give him a super. And I guess you. Okay, so ideally, I would like to finish him off right now. And actually, yeah, I can finish him off right now, because that should be a 6. Yeah, that should be perfect. The big luxury of having AGL Kid Buu is, since your HP is, relatively high, you don't have to heal as much. Plus the other thing is, with all the Buus linking together, you get additional, like, mini heals with all of them. So now we're at the second fight. So he's going to activate his enemy skill a lot. This is the reason why I added the other Majin Buu, to try to create more passive links to negate him. So let's see, we're going to go with... Actually, I can actually put green here. It doesn't even matter. Okay, let's do this then. I want to at least get one super out of this. Okay, that'll work. Is that enough for him? That's not going to be enough for him. That's fine. That sets up red. So we can do this right here. That should give him a super. That should actually finish him off. See, so obviously the goal is you want to try to finish off the first two forms without having to use an item. And that's specifically where Gogeta comes in. So it didn't quite kill him, but he's almost dead. And then I got the passives and everything, so it's practically over. We can actually switch this up. Yeah, let's switch this on. I want to get a super and get this over with. It's not going to be enough. Darn it. Well, sooner or later he's going to get finished off. That actually works. Alright, so now we're finally finished with that. Time for the third form. So this one is going to be more of a grind because of the way the fight plays out. So one thing I want to do is basically just throwing as much supers as possible. So here I'm going to have Gogeta do his super. Now he's only going to do maybe about 50 or 60k at most, but I mean damage is damage. That's the way I look at it. It's not as good and it's not what you expect from him, but it's damage. Gohan only has 3 life bars, so it's not as much life, obviously, as like someone like Gogeta, but it's still pretty good. We'll actually save all this, even though it probably doesn't matter. He might just change it next round. One of his abilities is, like Janemba, changing all the orbs around. Can be really annoying, but there's nothing you can do about it. Still gonna set things up and see what happens. If I get lucky, he doesn't change it. But if he does, oh well. So this is actually a pretty good lineup. We're gonna block with orange type. This is gonna be a weak type super though, but oh well. They still get some damage because of their passives. Let's go with this one. The other thing with the Buus is they're not really that high. Like if you look at the lineup, obviously, yeah, the AGL Kid Buu and the physical Fat Buu or Good Buu, you know, those were SSR pulls. But the ones at the bottom, I mean, 2 of them were SRs, and then the other one was the free one. But they all still work really well in this event, so it shouldn't be too hard to actually get some Buus. Like, if you do multis, or if you do summons from the banner right now, you have a good shot at getting 2 of the new Majin Buus. There's also the physical Kid Buu and the AGL Kid Buu in there also. Anyway, alright, so let's see. Let's go with that. I might use my tree of might fruit. Yeah, I think I will. I want a super. Out of this whole group, Good Buu is my hard hitter. So I like to get him as many supers as possible. That Buu is not going to get a super. But Gogeta is, so he'll get a little bit of damage out of this. I was going slow. Buu getting it in. There we go. Like, you're not going to get a lot of big damage. Not like you're used to when you're doing events like these. So it's more of a grind. But, I mean, the other thing about it is he's not really doing damage to you either. So I can either block with strong element or I can use golden freezes. Let's see how golden freeza handles this. I would have really loved to have gotten him a super here, but he's not going to. Actually, you might. Let's get him a super. Now, Frieza's definitely not doing any damage. Out of this whole group, Frieza's gonna do like no damage. Yeah, see, that super did like nothing. Even as a weak element, he's doing decent damage with the super. Six. Well, let's definitely get him a super. I think I can get him and purple a super, maybe blue. Yes, that worked out great. So I'm getting 3 supers out of this. Didn't even have to use an item. Be close to finishing the second bar, I think. Not quite. Times like this, I kind of wish I had the other Buu. Okay, so this is gonna suck. So this is like the only time where I'm going to be using the defense buff up, because this is the one time where RNG is against me. That's the reason why you take the defense items up, and that's because you never know when it decides to do this to you. Like, I have... how many Buus? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Majin Buus. And somehow I can't get more than 2 on this. So Gogeta is going to do his damage. Frieza doesn't do any damage, so instead, I'm going to set up supers for my Majin Buu. That should be enough. That's plenty. Okay. So Frieza's passive activated, so the one I'm worried about is his first attack. Yeah, that was quite a bit. So now we're on the last life bar. Frieza's gonna do nothing. His whole job is to eat this attack. Yes! I actually like this super. That super's kinda cool. Okay, so he didn't even throw his super. I was kinda surprised. What do I want to do here? I might switch this up. Okay, I'm not worried about purple super. Okay, I know what I want to do. Let me see. I'm probably going to use a Tree of Might Fruit here, just so I can get the supers to finish them off. Let me see. If I do blue, that should bring that down and give me enough purples to give him a super, actually. Okay, so I can either use the fruit and get the other super, or just not worry about it this round. Yeah, I guess I'll wait. This will definitely give Fat Buu a super, though. And that's the one I really wanted. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna put Golden Freeza to block. None of this is enough to give him a super. I don't think I want to waste it on him either. Yeah, we'll wait. We should be able to block this fine, though. And he switched it up on me. Look at all that heal I got back, though. That's so amazing. Alright, so I'm not going to get supers here either. At this point, this is just grinding. Like, he can't do enough to kill me. I'm not getting supers. We'll see, though. Next round, I think, is Fat Buu and maybe Gogeta. It's really similar to the Brawly fight before people figured out nuking. It's very similar to that fight. Like, you just get the right units and just do stuff. That's literally what I'm doing here. Wow, I didn't see if his passive actually hit or not. It's only 6. That's fine. We actually are going to go ahead and use a fruit here. Just so I can get the supers. I might be able to finish him off, actually. Maybe not. It's gonna be close, but it might not kill him yet. Oh, it was enough. Cool. I was worried. Yep, and there you go. There's the old Kai medal that you need. I believe this is my third one, so I got 7 more to go. But I have quite a while to finish this, I think. Let me see, how long do you have? I want to say the 14th? 12th. You have until the 12th. So it's 4 days after the GT banner is over. So you actually still have quite a bit of time if you're still trying to work on the GT units, the free Goku and the free Rildo. I personally am actually done with Rildo. I'm just trying to Z awaken him now. I already Dokkan awakened him. So you have until the 8th. You have about a week to finish that, or 6 days actually. And then you have 4 more days beyond that to finish this event for the LR Mystic Ultimate Gohan. And you also have a few more days to finish the April Fool's stuff, which were pretty hilarious if you saw my other video. But that's it. That's how I beat the dungeon. I know not everybody has the same units, but Majin Buus definitely help out a lot. I might try to make another video later without any Majin Buus to see how that works out. But for now, that's how I do it. So, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to do so below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.